have a round of applause.
So I spent, before showing you the presentation, I've spent the last 3 days up north in the farthest point of Scotland, in Telemetry, on a field trip, checking the new sites for our base stations. I'll show you some pictures. I have a video, I don't know if we have audio. The audio will just give you wind, because that's how bad the conditions were up there. So, so who am I? I've been an electronics designer for 15 plus years. I've done many things between digital processors, analog power, and since I started working with sensors, radio, and trying to put things on the internet, going back from 2009, I've always tried to do everything very low power. At the time, maybe before that, people weren't much interested in going low power because we have big batteries, but now everything is portable. Everyone wants the batteries to last 10 years, and that got interested in that. So past lives, I built robot vacuum cleaners, smart meters, and I was also a lecturer. For those that are unrated operators, I am Charlie Tango 2 Golf Papa Whiskey. You can talk at the end about it. So I've come from University of St Andrews. There's a research unit called SMRU Research Unit. And so, who is and what does the SMRU Research Unit do? So it was established in '78 by NERC, the Natural Environment Research Council, and the SMRU has 40 people between academics, researchers, and student staff, and mainly it's marine biology research. Was in Cambridge, 96 moved to St Andrews. It's part of the Scottish Oceans Institute, that is part of the University of St Andrews. It's an independent research group, so part of NERC, and supplies advice to the UK government on all things marine. Okay, so yeah, last year, late 2015, early 2016, we established a partnership, a strategic partnership with Vodafone UK for the M2M. And you will understand why M2M, machine to machine. After I show you what we do at the instrumentation group. So the instrumentation group is a group of 10 people. We have 30 years experience designing electronics. We design, build, test, and commission tags. You've seen that seal, that picture of the seal with an antenna on the head. I will show you what that is. So we design hardware, firmware, software, mechanical. We do the assembly, encapsulation, potting, and we do the field test. So from the initial idea until we send the tags to the researchers to the field, that will go everywhere on Earth and seas. We do it. We're not the only ones, but we are very well positioned when we are working in a niche environment, and we are top of the group. As I said, tags work on all continents and sea. We are proud of that. We can corroborate this. Our tags withstand from -25 to 40 degrees. Remember, if they work on the tropics, we're talking about 40. If they work in the poles, when the animals are out of the water, we have to withstand at least -25 degrees. 200 bar, and that's 2,000 meters depth. The tags have to withstand that pressure because some of the animals, some seals, some whales grow at to that depth. And of course, between 3 to 12 months operation, some of the tags sometimes work on a multi-year, especially for turtles, if we have solar charging on our tags. Between 3 to 12 months, and it depends on how many points per day or per week or per month you want. If you want acceleration data, if you want GPS data. So the more points, the more information you want, the less battery you'll have, because you have to transmit more power or you have to walk more times, more frequently. Okay, so what kind of technology do we use? We use extremely low power digital and analog electronics. Everything is designed by us in-house. For transmitting the data, we use GSM GPRS. We use Argos satellite. I'm sorry, can you see this? Yeah. Okay, thank you. We use Argos satellite. Argos satellite is a network of, if I'm not mistaken, 6 or 7 birds flying above the Earth in 401 megahertz. You have Argos 2 that is only a beacon, only for transmission, and you have Argos 3 that you have a transmission and you have between 1 to 3 seconds a reception, like a mailbox. So we work with both. We have UHF proprietary, and now we are using LoRa, and I mean LoRa and not LoRa 1. Okay, that's a big difference. And we are prototyping already with narrowband IoT, and we've been sponsored with on this by Vodafone, and we are prototyping also with Iridium, so we can have. Oops, I'm sorry. We have a bigger bandwidth than Argos, because with Argos satellite we can transmit 32 bytes every 3 minutes, and most of the time the satellite doesn't see it because it has only a 10% efficiency. So we are talking about 6 or 7 birds flowing, and you have to be really lucky that your transmission gets to that satellite. So 10% efficiency. But very low power though. It's very, very low power. Iridium is high power, high bandwidth, so there's a trade-off. It depends on the work you want to do. Some work you can withstand the power, other work you cannot, so it depends. We have solar energy and battery charging with very low power solar cells and very low power circuitry. We use fast lock geolocation, and fast lock, it's not a GPS. GPS, as you know it takes some time to grab a position, a few seconds, sometimes 30 seconds, 1 minute, and that is a lot of power. It's always in constant grabbing. Fast lock reads the sky for 50 milliseconds and then post-process all data for 12, 15 seconds, and gives you how many satellites are there in the sky, and gives you the strength of each satellite. Then you transmit that to the server, and then on the server we calculate where the animal was. So instead of spending several seconds with a lot of power being wasted, because for us it's wasted, we spend 15 milliseconds of high power receiving the radio, and then post-processing with ESP and FPGA on board all the data. Also, we have conductivity, temperature, and depth measurements, and high precision definition and repetitivity. We have also fluorometry and tags, high precision light meters, down to the number of electrons. Yes, we can calculate the number of electrons. At 2 kilometers depth, the number of electrons can be counted. And for that, we use a kind of light sensor built from a Japanese company, Hamamatsu. It's the best light sensors that are on the market, and we calibrate them in-house, and we can give you the number of electrons on that time frame. Some researchers want that because at 2 kilometers depth we don't have any light for us, but some animals can detect the photons. Other sensors that are here are accelerometers, gyroscopes, and magnetometers. We use all that too. Okay, so what you see here, it's an old generation tag built with an 8-bit processor, still an old design from the 80s. These tags, we're still shipping them and selling them until we finish our new generation. With this processor, I think it was an Hitachi Renesas processor, we can't do much in terms of sleeping. If you want to do something, the CPU has to be awakened, that means power wastage, and even for a small job as counting timers, everything needs to be awake. That's it. Very power wastage. So in the sleep mode, we waste around 10 microamps. You say 10 microamps is nothing, but for us, we can fly to the moon with 10 microamps. It's a lot of power. Because remember that these tags need to be asleep all the time. Once in a while, seconds or minutes, tag wakes up for a real-time clock, or for transmission, or for a sensor grabbing. So the average needs to be much lower than this. And the leakage of these circuits, since this is an old circuitry, the leakage is very, very high in terms of the components used, because they are old components, too much capacity on the board, so there's a lot of leakage. New generation. I'll show you later, the next slide, comparison between both tags, so you can see the differences. We're using now a 32-bit ARM Cortex M4 with DSP instructions. So most of the things that we were using, the older tags that took seconds to do, now we do it in a fraction of a second. The good thing about this new technology is that all the peripherals inside the CPU, the processor, can work while the CPU is sleeping, so everyone can exchange data, work, stop, start, stop, start, stop, exchange data, and the CPU is asleep and is stopped. And that means great power savings, because if the CPU is stopped, there is no extra power wastage. We have an average between 20 to 50 nanoamp sleeping if we shut down everything on the board. And our main consumption is below 1 microamp, including the leakages and